Hi Benny, how are you? Hi Risha, just waiting for hi Vikas. We're just waiting for Nikhil to join. It's going to be a very good session today. Um, with Nikhil Paul George is a Bollywood playback singer. If you heard the songs Aashiyan, then you have songs like um, मैं क्या करूँ. Then he's a music composer for this song called मैं की करा. Good Benny. After a long time, huh? After a long time. So, hey, so my company. I'm good. I'm good, Benny. I'm good. So let more people join. Then I'll introduce me. I'll introduce my brand, and I'll introduce. I don't think Nikhil Paul has needs any introduction. So how you guys been doing? Hey Sampriti, be on today. Sampriti, stay on the conversation. Nikhil is there, you know him, so we're gonna have a very nice conversation. By the way, guys, Sampriti is an amazing singer. She is based out of Goa, and she's coming up with a lot of shows. She'll be performing with us as well. And a lot of things are happening. Let's just wait for the man of the hour to join us. Sabyam, hi Sabyam. It feels so weird sitting, looking at the screen, looking at yourself, just like that. I'm a very camera shy person. Let's wait for just some time more once Nikhil is joining. Risha, hi. Weekend was good, yeah. It's very hectic. Hey, Manas. Manas is my school friend, I'm like my childhood friend actually. Long time, Manas. How are you, man? Ki khabar? Such good to see old friends joining in. Hey Siddharth, long time brother. Arey. Vikas, my bro. Thank you, Manush. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, trying to follow my dreams. So the basic idea is just to work for the independent music scene in India, help the people to grow, build a community. My sweet sister-in-law is also there, Swarnali. She's an amazing singer, by the way. I'm going to share a song that we both had sung long time back. Just a cover of a song, and it's beautiful. She's an amazing singer. Hey Achal. Hi Nikhil. I'm just trying to add you. Trying to add you, Nikhil. Just give me some time. Nikhil, it's saying that you were unable to join. I am trying again. Hey. Hello.
Hey man, well, I can't see you. It's only darkness. Is it my?
You can't see me.
No.
Okay,
Mm,
but I can see you.
okay.
Probably
Shall
it's the
we?
network.
You want to try again?
Yeah, we can try again. We can just try once again.
Okay. Let's check.
Sure. Hold on, guys. I'll just pull him in again. He's just gonna come. Hi, Chetan. Hi, Priyanka. Hi, Vishal. Yeah, can you see me now?
Still can't. But then there was this video that recording of our 1 minute conversation that played later that I could see you.
That probably it's because of the network. If you give it some time, I think it's gonna come back. So,
Okay.
guys, there is you know my face already, Nikhil.
I do. I do. Yes, I know you, bro.
Okay. So guys, let me introduce you. I don't have to introduce Nikhil Paul George to you guys. He's one of the biggest singers and music producers of Bollywood. Come up with a lot of songs, produce a lot of songs, and he is also like a mentor to me, and also a dear friend, and he's like an elder brother. So I would just like to introduce that, I work as an ANR of the industry and I represent this company called Exclusive Events and Communication. That is my company as well. We do a lot of live shows, we do a lot of things in and around the music industry, live industry, and I'm representing Exclusive. So I just wanted to have a very nice, simple conversation with Nikhil because he is a much experienced person, and this conversation will be interesting because there are a lot of new people in the industry today who wants to take their music or release their songs in the industry. A lot of people from the independent music industry and a lot of people from the commercial industry, they would like to ask a couple of questions. They have a lot of questions in terms of songs releases, what kind of songs usually works in the industry. It's also about your journey in the industry, few very important things. So let me just start by asking you to speak something so that our viewers can actually hear you out.
Well, I'm really here to answer questions, Subhro. So, um, Subhro does an amazing job of making you feel amazing. Whenever you talk to him, Subhro is like, "Oh, Nikhil, you're this and you're that," and you know, and I don't believe him. So, you shouldn't believe. You should
No,
just take his comments with a pinch of salt. But I love Subhro, and
thank
um,
you.
I'm very happy to be a part of what he's doing, and that's why I'm here.
So we also have Tapadir today. He's not joining the conversation, but he's there. Devdut Chaudhary, one of my other partners, both of them will be there. So, Nikhil, just to start with the questions, I would just like to ask him a very simple question for people. Hi, Devdut. See, I was just taking his name and Devdut is here.
Right.
So, guys, Devdut is one of my business partners as well, and we have Tapadir Chaudhary. He's also another business partner. So, what I wanted to ask you is first, just give us an idea about the journey. How has been in this music industry? How's your journey till now?
And it's a crazy journey. It's I don't even know. Like I draw a blank when I try and make sense of it. I don't know if I can make sense of it. Um, but I'll just give you the facts, right? Like what happened
Sure.
with my journey.
Right.
And just a string of incidents. Let's say, I grew up in a musical family. My mom and dad and my elder sister all very musical. So
Right.
and I'm the younger of the two children, and so
Right.
I got influenced the most growing up, and
Right.
there was the influence of mom singing, Bollywood, old Bollywood songs, and also listening to Beatles and all the sort of Western pop
Mm-hmm.
acts, and then growing up in a church environment where there's church music and church choral singing, and then fast forward a little later, where there's a band scene.
Mm-hmm.
In my teens, I was in a band, and we do a lot of a cappella music, or rock or alternative rock and things like that. And then
Right.
things progressed, and I took a liking for classical guitar, and I pursued Trinity College examinations. Most of it was self-taught, because there were no teachers for classical guitar where I was growing up. There was one, Sanjay Gade sir, and he taught me the fundamentals of it, and then I started. And this is pre-YouTube, I think. So I had to. There was VCDs that were available of instructional videos in Delhi. So I used to go to Delhi and pick up some of those CDs and then learn from there. And then, in college, I would represent university with like band competition, inter-university band competitions, and we'd go to the nationals. And then after that, I taught classical guitar for a bit, and then I went to London to study composition at the Royal College of Music. I got a scholarship as well to study. So I got an INLAX scholarship, INLAX Foundation, and then J.N. Tata Foundation, and scholarship in the college itself. So I did that. Then I was a choir director for a church there for a number of years. I lived in London for many years, and then from there, Bollywood happened. I don't know, chance meeting with A.R. Rahman, and then Ash King, and then things took off from there.
Yes.
And
So, what was your? When did you first join Bollywood? How did that happen? What made you join Bollywood, or how things happened for Bollywood?
Yeah, I didn't set out to join Bollywood or be a Bollywood act or artist or contribute to the film industry. It naturally happened. I started getting work from Bollywood. Bollywood was the only place where musicians would get work from in India. There was no music industry. It was the film industry. Now we have a music industry. Now we definitely are in the era of music industry is holding its own. So it's amazing to be a part of, to be witnessing that, and I'm very happy about it. So it was just a chance, just word of mouth. A.R. Rahman and Preetham, they got to know about me and what I do, and then I started working for Preetham quite a bit, and worked on many of his albums in the last 10 years. And then the singing happened by chance again. I mean, everything is by chance. So I don't know, how can you script all of this, but it happens.
No, absolutely. See, today in this generation, so when I speak about Nikhil Paul George, I know Nikhil Paul George with a couple of sounds which I remember and which I grew up listening to, something like a Barfi, Aashiyan, or Main Kya Karoon. These are the kind of songs, and a lot of other songs which you have done. So, I would like to ask you a very, um, subtle question. It's a little difficult question, but I want people to know. So Nikhil has been there at a particular period of time, and where people used to know Nikhil as Nikhil Paul George. In between, for a certain period of time, people did not know much about Nikhil because I think due to the lockdown or things have stopped. So today, if I need to ask, where is Nikhil Paul George today, and where are we going to see Nikhil Paul George in the next 1 year? Is there any kind of strategy that you have in your mind, and how do you? Because this is a question that a lot of people who are your fans they ask me, and when I have a discussion with a lot of other people that today I'm going to interview Nikhil Paul George, they also ask me this question that we want him to be back, and the kind of trends, the kind of voice that he has, very easy, we want him to be back. So this is a question by the general crowd or all your followers and musicians.
Right. Well, yeah. Before I answer that, just want to acknowledge all these comments that are coming in.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm reading them. Thanks for joining. Always very happy to see you and feel connected to you somehow. And some really nice compliments and things. Thank you very much. I'm humbled. What is Nikhil Paul George going to be doing next year? Okay. Professionally, or see, I don't know. It's again it's a trick question because one of my attempts is to not be in the future, not make elaborate plans and get my head stuck in those plans, and that there's no action. There's all just thinking and planning and strategizing and all of that, and also that is not even real. It's just concepts and ideas. What is real is this conversation with you and me, and my breath right now. That's real. So I try and ground myself in reality, and I think one of my focuses is just to enjoy whatever I'm doing. Wherever I am. Plans are good, goals are good, and I have those. But chiefly, I just want to be having a good time making music, and not be in my head, not be thinking about the past or looking at the future, but just really enjoying the beauty of life as it unfolds each day. So I go on walks every day and try and catch the sunset every day. And that's really like my passion now. My passion right now is to watch the sunset every day. So that's where my head is at. But in terms of music, I've been so a lot of my work has been music production work. So you may have not seen me singing songs, but I've been producing all through these years.
Could you name a few movies or songs which you have produced so that our people also knows?
Yeah, sure. I mean, even those Barfi songs, I've produced them. The latest song that I produced was, but I also sang it. It was in an Amazon series, Hostel Days. This was last month that it released. But Lal Singh Chadda, and then before that,
Bharat was also one of those movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mushkil Dangal Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. A lot of movies over the last decade I've just been working on. Singing not as much, but now I plan to sing more. So I've got a couple of releases that have happened last month. The one that I said, Hostel Days, and another one, an independent single called How Hai, and again new composers, and I've really enjoyed working with them. And I'm looking forward to those collaborations a lot more now. And so going forward, professionally, I just want to put out a lot of my music in 2024. We're almost at the end of the year, and I've been thinking of, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve next year? So I'll probably be putting out a lot of independent music. But I said that last year as well. But I also have a live act, and I'm putting together a tour. So a lot happening.
I was just about to ask you that. Yeah. What about the live act? Because as Nikhil, coming as a singer, producer, performer, but the most important thing, the thing which we miss is the live
Yeah.
Because today in this generation, a lot of artists has been performing. Even if they're not composing, they're still performing. But I would really love to see a Nikhil Paul George concert performing each and every place of this country and globally. How do we make it achieve, and what is the plan for that?
Well, yeah, good question. I'm developing a couple of two or different
Mhm.
formats of acts. One where I'm just
Mhm.
it's a solo act, or it's me with my guitar,
Right.
and it's a kind of in intimate environment with some backing
Okay.
tracks maybe,
Mhm.
and then another one with a band.
Wow.
And right now, I mean, we're working with Excloosiv, aren't we, on
Yes.
creating a
Yes.
tour.
We are. Yes.
Yeah, and that's an 8-city tour plan,
Yes.
and so we're gonna go into colleges and
Mhm.
uh, create a competition for originality, and
Yes.
then also present our music and perform live. So yeah, you're probably gonna see a lot more of me on the live circuit than I have been. I've been
Mhm.
mostly a studio guy, but now I'm down to doing some live music.
So we're just looking forward for that. We really want to see Nikhil performing everywhere. The kind of music, the kind of taste, the kind of vibe that you will bring in. It's going to be amazing. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
The next question, which I have a lot of questions, a lot of people has in their mind. In this generation, a lot of people have started to come into independent music.
Yeah.
As an artist, how do you differentiate Bollywood music, commercial music, and independent music? What do you think
Well,
independent music should be, and is it also right for someone to decide that I want to go for an independent music or I want to go for a Bollywood music? See, because I'll tell you what happens when I meet a lot of artists. Most of the artists comes to me and they want to release their song independently. They say that I'm an independent artist, but when I ask them, what is your final dream? They say that I want to get into Bollywood. Then I ask them that if you are an independent artist, then why do you want to get into Bollywood? So what is the key differentiator in both, being an independent music or Bollywood? What is your understanding about it?
see, I'll tell you my motivation for
Mhm.
each. Um,
Right.
Bollywood gives me an opportunity to be a part of someone else's vision, a larger
Hmm.
vision, and to to take that vision to the next level and do the best I can for them to achieve that vision. And
Right.
it's a great thing, it's there's a lot of collaboration involved.
Hmm. Hmm.
There's also a lot of production involved in terms of the spends that are available for Bollywood. A
Hmm.
lot of marketing, big personal brands get on to the
Hmm.
project, and so it's a great marketing tool as well.
Right.
And the independent scene for me is I want to do it just for primarily for self-expression,
Right.
for people to um, get a chance to, and actually, people eventually will get a chance, but it's more for me to be able to express
Hmm.
myself. Now, this is my vision. This is what I think
Right.
about music, and these are the things that are on my mind, and the
Hmm.
thoughts and inspirations that I think about on a daily
Right.
basis. So the independent part of me, or the scene,
Hmm.
allows me to express all of that. That Bollywood probably would not be able to do that for fair enough reasons, I
Right.
think.
Yeah. So uh, that brings me to the next question. Since a lot of artists are looking for a point or an entry level, they're looking for some substantial open door to
Right.
join the film industry, like in the independent, not the independent, the film music industry, like Bollywood.
Right.
Is there any kind of you know points where you think that the artist can actually knock and they can enter, or it again depends on network, connection, and also your luck?
Yeah, I mean, networking is really important.
Then what
Um,
is the entry to the Bollywood industry if people wants to get into? I mean, like there are singers who wants to knock at the door. They want to become Bollywood singers. They want to, do playback songs, and. So I get this question, so I'm asking the right person here.
yeah, well, there's no singular answer.
Yeah.
There's many examples of people that have done it in different ways.
Right.
For example, I did it it happened to me because I was a musician and a music producer and an arranger, and
Right.
I was contacted for my skill, and
Right.
then through the skill displayed, and maybe very unique set of skills, let's say, I got an opportunity. So that is me. Others have become assistants and done that for years.
Right.
They become chaiwalas and runners, and become whatever they need to become to be around influential people. Sorry, you still there?
No problem. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So yeah, you have to be willing to get out there first of all.
Right.
Whether it's to say that one friend of mine, a great lyricist, he told me his story, and he said, I want to be your assistant to Preetham, and
Okay.
and Preetham goes, but I don't need an assistant. मुझे जरूरत नहीं assistant की. Preetham goes, and then
Okay.
my friend goes, आपको क्या लगता है आपकी जरूरत के लिए मैं आया हूँ? मेरी जरूरत है. This is my need.
Yes. Absolutely.
So that kind of attitude, you just go and make yourself available, for whatever opportunity is presenting itself. And if there's no opportunity, you create the opportunity. So I don't know. It's a very broad answer. There's no specific answers, but again, there's the other route. Do excellent music, independent music, and if you're really good and you stand out, you will get approached. You don't have to approach anybody. That's the other way. Many other ways actually.
So, since today you are also in the industry and you are also a music producer, would you give opportunities to people who approaches you or knocks your door if somebody wants to probably ask you that which are the projects that you were doing, and someday if you by the grace of God you do projects, you keep on getting projects and all. Suppose you get a movie to do, right?
Yeah.
If there are new artists who would approach you, would you open the door for them or do a collaboration with them so that they also get an opportunity, or how would you like to help them out?
Collaborations for sure. I'm very keen on collaborations with new artists.
Right.
And so if there are any who are listening now, and you're working on something or a project, or and you think that I can contribute, especially with singing, then I'm happy to consider that. Also, I have recommended many artists in the past when the opportunity presents itself. But ultimately, it's down to whose project it is, and what they feel about the artist, and if they have things in mind. So that's not really in my control, but always happy to recommend outstanding talent for sure.
So I know that you have always been very open towards artists. You have always been very open towards a lot of people, because I know the time when I started to approach you, we started to have this conversation. You were very humble. Today in this industry, it's very, very difficult to find people who are as humble as you, because you are very grounded. You respect people. You understand music. You respect the people who brings to you the music, kind of music to you, and of course, you definitely go ahead and give them your constructive feedback. But in the industry today, we do not see that. Somewhere down the place, we see that there's a lack of understanding. There's a lack of interpretation of, your thought process or the communication. How do we change it? Because there are a lot of young artists who comes from different cities, different parts of the country, and they want to be a part of the music industry. Say it can be the independent music industry or the commercial music industry. But what happens is whenever they approach someone, they are not being treated in the right way. They shut the door and always, there's what do you call that? A lot of demeaning and degradation keeps on happening in this industry. So I know that there are certain things that we cannot change. But what about yours? Can you give some suggestions to this artist, to the new upcoming singers who goes to this kind of situation? How should they deal with? And in one simple word, I'm asking you this question: how should they deal with the rejections?
Yeah, well, that is something I deal with on a daily basis. Like um, things that I want happening that don't happen, right? I want something to happen today. I want the sunset to set a little later.
Hmm.
I want to have a particular conversation with somebody and they're
Hmm.
busy, or I'm busy and I can't speak to them. So
Right.
we are met with rejections every day, actually,
Hmm.
and the thing is to get used to the fact that um, one needs to develop a, a strength, a fortitude, a tenacity, a resilience against against this. So against rejection. So for anyone joining the music industry or any artist, really, I mean that rejection
Hmm.
is a part of it, and it will be. And there's nothing wrong with it's a great opportunity because ultimately
Hmm.
it is the ego that is getting rejected, right? My ego. If
Yes.
I think of myself in a certain way, whatever that is, good, bad, I am a collection of ideas and thoughts,
Hmm.
and that is what I think I am, right? But it's only a collection of thought. It's not a reality. It's an idea that I have of me, and if I hold on to that idea keeps getting rejected, right?
Right.
If I take anything personal, it's that idea of me that I'm allowing to get rejected. So
Right.
it so we have to have so many opportunities of rejection, of hurt, of degradation to start understanding, hey, I mean this this entity that is getting rejected
Hmm.
or feeling degraded or feeling demeaned,
Hmm.
or feeling even hurt, it's all in my head,
Right.
right? It's got no bearing on reality. Like you may reject me and
Hmm.
I can just get up and go and speak to someone else, but I may get depressed about it and never speak to anyone
Hmm.
again, right? And it's all happening in my head. So I say take rejection as an amazing opportunity to understand that um, your identity, who you think you are, is a collection of ideas, and
Right.
you should not let that stop you from living life,
Absolutely.
because life comes with so many opportunities. But if you stop and get hurt and feel upset, you're going to miss all of those opportunities because you got stuck at one
Hmm.
hurdle.
Thank you for saying this. These are very encouraging questions because even I go through a lot of rejections every day, but I do not succumb to it. I always fight back, and I think it's a process basically. What do you think that's in the mind? Okay, so
Yeah,
that leads me to the next question. What do you think about the record labels which are there in the industry today? Like there are, I will not name any record labels. There are XYZ record labels. There are new record labels. Do you think the generation which these record labels are going through, are they been able to provide justice to the music that has been put, or are they been able to provide justice to the artist? Or what do you think? What is your understanding about how a record label operates in today's market? If you are an independent artist, and you have to approach them, of course.
mm. Each record label um, has its business perspective and agenda, right?
Hmm.
Ultimately, a record label is a business. It's an
Right.
entity that is trying to make a profit. So
Hmm.
and any business really is trying to make a profit. So
Hmm.
they're not some saviors of art, right? They're not like
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's not their agenda.
I agree.
Although it can be a secondary agenda, it can be like to
Yes.
find the best possible artists out there and give them a platform X, Y, Z. But that there may be an outstanding artist somewhere, in some gully, in some street in India, and he's got no following, no Instagram account, nothing. Is a label going to pick him up? Unlikely. Labels want to see people who are actively pushing themselves, promoting themselves, hustling, have got a certain brand equity already in the market, have released some songs already, are showing tenacity, promise, resilience, all of this. I mean, and then they're viewing it, okay, the artist needs to be a good artist, of course, right? But then beyond that, it's a business decision. So,
But again,
yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something. No, I'm like, what I wanted to ask in this conjunction only, then why is so I've seen a lot of record labels that only focusing on certain genre. Like if you're talking about artists which are there in the gullies or the streets of every part of this country, certain record labels are only getting diverted towards hip hop music. When they're talking about hip hop, their only focus is on the gully. They're picking up artists from gully. Why doesn't the same thing happens in terms of say a regional music or an independent music? Today, the country where we live in, it's a diversified. There's so many different languages, so many different sub languages and styles of music which are there. But I somewhat where I feel is that the record labels are only focusing in certain categories. Today, if you talk about Punjabi music, most of the record labels are only focused on buying Punjabi songs, Punjabi hip hop, Punjabi this. What about different languages? What about the language in South? What about the language in East? If you talk about Odisha, if you talk about some Pahari languages which is in Chhattisgarh, you talk about a Khasi language. You talk about so all these different genres, everything is actually getting eliminated. I think that there's a huge lack of understanding or certain things which only works in works according to the record labels, and they try to create this entire circle where everybody operates in the same sphere and they do not explore more than what they have inside them. I'm like, what do you think is
Yeah, see, I mean, this is I don't know if this can be escaped in a way. I mean, see, we just have to understand what is happening. Instead of trying to reason with it, let's say, why are labels going after certain styles of music, and why are certain styles doing really well? Again, it's for I mean, for entrepreneurs, they'll know this. Starting any new business is hard, and the failure rate is very high, right?
right?
70%, 80%, 90% startups fail. That's something like that, right? And why is that? Is because to try anything new, anything innovative is a big, big gamble. It's a big risk, right? And
Absolutely.
if it's a business that's focused on making a profit, it does not want to take a risk. So
Right.
it will look at the tried and tested styles of music that are working, that are selling, the artists that are pulling in the crowds, and it will back those tried and tested products, right? It's just common sense. So for something else and innovative to happen, I'm sure it's happening. People are trying, but a lot of that is not working just because of statistically, a lot of them are doomed to fail. So now, the best thing is not to judge the situation, but just to understand it. This is the situation. This is what is happening, and this is where I need to be operating. This is how the labels are viewing things. This is what the public is consuming. And okay, so now what do I do, right? So, but if we start judging it and say, oh, why aren't these people getting opportunities, or why isn't this music being promoted, and why is there no, just like Punjabi music, why is there no Assamese music as big as Punjabi music being promoted? Assamese music, I mean, of course, it's a huge industry, or Bhojpuri is doing so well, and but really, we just have to not get resentful or bitter about the situation, but just understand it. And now after you've understood it, maybe you have a few more things to do. Maybe you collaborate with a Punjabi artist and do your Assamese song, you know?
That's a
Who
very
knows? I mean,
good
yeah.
idea. No, I mean, like, it's great. Thank you. I mean, this actually also opened my mind in a lot of ways because I also wanted a lot of the artist who is here. I also want them to understand what you are saying today. It's very true. Okay, let's not get into more heavier discussions right now. Let's try to keep it more funny. So, guys, Nikhil is all set to take questions as well. If you have any questions, you can send me a request. I can add you in the video. You can go ahead and ask him questions. I'll be happy to take in requests. But I don't want to stretch it for long. I'll just give you like a minute or two to ask him questions so that I can move to the next people as well. I do not have much time. 10 minutes is more what we can do. Okay. While the people are actually sending in, requests, I want to ask you a very interesting. What would give me us, not give me. I mean, tell me an experience of yours, which was very challenging in terms of recording a song in any of the songs which you have done. Share an experience with you, which is very challenging to record in terms of the sound or in terms of any other thing. Okay, Gaurav Kaushal has a very important question that he has asked you: how to practice singing on mic, and how to make a song viral. I think that's by Asif. Questions are pouring in right now.
How to sing on a mic or how to sing better on the mic? Was that the question?
What is the herd that's spoken about? Yeah. So how to sing, how to practice singing on mic? The first question.
Okay. See, you've answered the question. You practice by singing on the mic. When you keep doing it, you take a karaoke track, for example, take the track, download it, and then sing it, and keep doing it every day, and then you will start. Okay, you start noticing the how you're singing, your performance, are you in tune, are you not in tune? Okay, what happens when you go closer to the mic, further away from the mic? What kind of polar patterns affect your voice? Like, is it a figure eight polar pattern of the mic, or is it, an omni, or is it cardioid? And where do you stand? Should you stand close? Should you stand far? What happens when you stand close? What happens when you stand far? It's all about doing it and constantly doing it to then start experimenting and discovering things about recording technique. And of course, other things like, tutorials on YouTube, plenty of stuff. So just keep watching it and doing it, learning every day, create like half an hour where you just go and record and then listen to yourself back and see how's it sounding. Is it good? Is it bad? And don't judge yourself, right? Because you're not trying to compare yourself to some other recording artist who's been doing it for 10 years and you've just started. Be reasonable with yourself. Are you better than what you were yesterday? And keep moving forward. But again, the motivation is just to have fun with it. You're not trying to get anywhere with it. Just
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, one of my friends, Rani Kolita, Rani, she was say, hold on, what did she say? Hey, Subhro, please request, or Nikhil sir, a fan will request to sing a song, Mere Bina. I think Mere Bina is by Nikhil D'Souza, right?
I get confused quite a bit with Nikhil D'Souza.
Yes, Nikhil D'Souza and Nikhil Paul George. So she has a request. And then, how do you manage your, okay, this is by Abigail. How do you manage your finances when your work comes in tranches, especially in COVID as a singer and musician? Can you read the messages?
I am reading the messages as well.
Okay.
So how do you manage finances? Great question. So I'd say put finances above artistic pursuit. If you are, so what are the three basic needs? Food, clothing, and shelter, right? Let's not go with like Mercedes cars and a huge bungalow and food, at the Marriott. Let's say basic food, clothing, and shelter. For all of these, at this point, the way our society is structured, we need money. So you need to get a job, part-time job, whatever it is you need to do, just make sure you have that and lower your overheads. So, stay with family, stay with your parents, whatever you need to do, just lower your overhead so your needs are very, very, very less. Your ongoing expenses are really low. Keep your life really simple. Don't go for fancy at all, because you're just putting more pressure on yourself. So take your expenses to a minimum,
Right.
and then do whatever you need to do to earn that, whether it's through music, if it's coming through music, or if it's coming through somewhere else. Just do that and give enough time to yourself to develop your art. And if you want to make money from music, let it be a steady transition. When you're starting to make money from the music and it's enough money that you can average the money that's coming in over 12 months and you have enough runway for the next 6 months, then you can transition to maybe thinking about full-time music. But till then, just prioritize just meeting those 3 needs and simplifying your life.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
answering.
there's this question: what if the hurt from the rejection starts affecting your art?
Art, yes.
Sahil is asking this. So see, because if it affects your art, that means you have to work on yourself so that you no longer hurt, and so you can make your art, right? If it's a barrier to making good art, then you obviously have to sort out what it is that hurts you. Why are you letting yourself get hurt? What is inside you? Who is getting hurt? What is the entity that is getting hurt? And you have to get to the answer of that and slowly build the understanding to realize that if I am getting hurt, it is only a sense of myself that I have that is getting hurt. There's actually nothing physically hurting me. No one's punching me in the face, are they? They're not punching me. They're not like, no one's sending me on the street and now you have to live on the street, or, no one's, if someone says, Nikhil, you're a shit singer, what is that? It's a thought. It's their thought. It's their opinion. They may be right. They may be wrong. But it's again just belief and opinion, right? It's not coming to kill me. That thought is not coming to strangle my throat, right?
Right.
So what
Absolutely.
is getting hurt? Our desire for perfection, to do well, for excellence. We're conditioned so much that we want to be excellent at everything we do. We want to be the top of the class so that our parents are happy with us, and then our spouses are happy with us, and then the whole society is happy with us, and then you die, and then who are you trying to please? The maggots in the graveyard. So we have to really try and understand ourselves and understand that it is our own sense of self that is getting hurt, and it's a conditioning. You decondition yourself, you stop getting hurt, and your art will flow. So sorry that maybe it's
wonderful.
All right. Which mic did I use for Aashiyan? I used a Neumann TLM 103. Great mic. And who asked that? Indecisive _ inside. Yeah, that sounds like me as well sometimes. Okay, how do you manage finances? Okay. Okay, I'd love to hear.
So there is a lot of request for you to sing songs. But then, guys, if you want to really listen to Nikhil, you need to come down for his performances. You can watch him perform for 1 hour live, with some of the best songs. यहाँ पे video में गाना सुन के क्या होगा? It's just 1 minute or 2 minutes.
I can maybe do a short thing.
Absolutely, if you can sing, people are going crazy. They want you to sing Aashiyan.
All right, okay, I'll sing Aashiyan. Asif is asking, how do you make a song viral? Man, if I knew how to make a song viral, I would do it all the time, and then you'd see me all the time on your feeds. Do you see me all the time on your feeds? No. So,
all right, guys. So here we are. Yes.
So I'd say just keep making really high quality content, and I'm sure something will go viral, right? What else do I say about going viral? I think the better approach is stop pursuing being viral and just enjoy yourself, make some good music.
Hey, Mikhail is also there. Mikhail wants to sing. Mikhail wants you to sing a song also. Oh, everyone is going crazy now.
Yeah, sure. Okay. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी. Now let's take it higher. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, एक ताजा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियां. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, एक ताजा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियां. दबे दबे पाँव से आए हौले हौले जिंदगी, होंठों पे कुंडी चढ़ा के हम ताले लगा के चल गुमसुम तराने चुप के गाए आधी आधी बात ले. आजा दिल की ये जमी, थोड़ा सा तेरा सा होगा, थोड़ा मेरा भी होगा, अपना ये आशियां. इतनी सी हंसी, इतनी सी खुशी, एक ताजा टुकड़ा चांद का, ख्वाबों के तिनकों से चल बनाए आशियां. All right.
Oh, I got goosebumps, Nikhil. Thank you so much. Thank you. One more song, my favorite song. I would like to request you to sing Mac Akaru. Oh no, not Mac Akaru. Mac Ki Kara. I want that song, Mac Ki Kara. I want to hear it in your voice
Oh
from
man, you know, I did
Lansing
that.
Chutta.
I don't remember that song very well. I know I sang it.
मैं क्या करूँ निखिल. Hi,
I think,
Tulika.
That's Tulika, you know.
right?
Hi,
What's your name again?
Tulika.
Tulika, right? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and I'm so happy that I've joined this, and I love listening to your songs. I would like to hear मैं क्या करूँ, if possible.
Okay. I'll
Nikhil,
sing
and
it.
also Nikhil Tapadir has thanked you for the song.
Ah, sure. How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's back.
Nice.
He's back. Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
just a request, can I please sing with you when you sing मैं क्या करूँ?
Yes, sure.
Because I also sing.
Yeah. Why don't
Amazing.
there's going to be a sync issue because
Yes, because it's live.
it won't exactly sync, but how do we do this? You can sing separately and I can sing separately,
Yeah.
right? And
That
then
will
we can hear you as well. But you can join me
Yes.
when I sing, and maybe if you're quiet enough, then it won't throw off the other audience. But let's see. Let's just try.
I'll also sing with you. Kidding.
दिल ये मेरा बस में नहीं, पहले कभी ऐसा होता था नहीं. दिल ये मेरा बस में नहीं, पहले कभी ऐसा होता था नहीं. तू ही बता इस दिल का मैं अब क्या करूं. कहने पे चलता नहीं, कुछ दिनों से मेरी भी सुनता नहीं. तू ही बता इस दिल का क्या करूं. मैं क्या करूं इस दिल का क्या करूं. मैं क्या करूं, 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 मैं क्या करूं. You want me to go on?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, please. If Tulika wants to also continue, if she wants to sing.
Okay. The Antra.
Yes.
आवाज़गी धुम चढ़ी है प्यार की जाने गुम है कहाँ है बड़ा बेकार की उल्टी ये बात है ऐसे हालात है गलती करे ये मैं भरूं इस दिल का क्या करूं मैं 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 क्या करूं तो अब मैं क्या करूं 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 मैं क्या
That was
Wow,
so
amazing. I mean, like, you just took this entire talk show to the next level today. Thank you so much, Nikhil. Thank you so very much. Tulika, would you like to ask any question to Nikhil if you have?
Yeah, I do have a question, Nikhil. I'm also a blogger, and basically I work for a PR industry, but I have a lot of interest in music. So I've started a music page of my own, and I post some of my videos whenever I'm free. So not exactly I want to ask anything, but I just want basically a tip from you, like how, like in the busy lives where we also have a job and we also have interest in singing, how do we go about it? As in, if you want to become a full-time musician, then how much time
Very good
should we
question.
dedicate every day?
Very good question. I really like the question.
Yeah, it's a tough thing, you know. I mean, first we acknowledge that it is hard. Like it's hard to have that day job, and it's hard to then pursue music, and it's hard to be noticed, and it's all very hard. And I guess the next question I have is, why do we make it so hard for ourselves? Why are we pursuing something that, you know, that we feel that will make us feel better, or you know, feel like we have arrived. I've arrived. I'm finally doing what I wanted to do, and you know, we're always in that headspace.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is really the mind, and just understanding that, you know, we are pursuing a pipe dream that has come from comparison with other people, or the wanting to escape the reality that we are in. Like if we don't like our jobs, we want to escape it, right? Oh, I hate this job, I hate this boss, I hate having to commute to work every day, and I hate all of that, and I wish that I could do whatever, fill in the blanks, right? And we see that that is going to be the savior of, and is going to take you out from the misery of, you know, that we put ourselves into.
Yeah,
So
so like agree
Just
to
give
what
me
you're
one
saying,
sec.
but
I'll just be back. I'm going to show you guys something. Carry on.
okay. Yeah, so I was just saying, so I have ukulele in my hand, so whenever I'm free, like I've done my office, completed everything, so I just start singing and post some videos. So I guess there's not a particular time for that, but I guess we have to make time for such
yeah,
things.
yes, I
That's my
think
boy.
it's to do with understanding yourself, the situation you're in, finding peace with it and contentment with it, and doing the best that you can and being happy about it, right? Like, oh, I could spend 10 minutes with my ukulele today. How nice, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, oh, I couldn't, you know, I could only spend 10 minutes. You say, how amazing, I got 10 minutes today. And because that is your situation. You can't compare your situation with someone else's situation. Anyway, you have it in your hand. You want to play something and sing?
Yes, I can. Also, hi to the dogs.
To the dog.
My two
Oh,
dogs.
you can't see Subhro's
You can't see
screen.
me, na? Okay. So great. One last question that I want to ask you is that, before we finally end the session today, it's been a wonderful session. We're gonna, keep on continuing a lot of more sessions with a lot of new people. Okay, before I leave, before I ask him the last question, I will just try to say a couple of things here. We're coming up with a couple of live shows with Nikhil that will be in different cities and different places, different colleges, different venues, and all. That's something that is happening. We are also Nikhil is also coming up with a new song, probably by the end of this month, with November. I'm like, it's a beautiful song. I'm not supposed to share the name of the song now. And Rohan, my friend, has joined. And I would also like to thank Excloosiv Events. I come from an ANR background. I have worked with different record labels, and I do a lot of live shows as well. And Excloosiv Events and Communication is my company. It's headed by two other friends of mine, Kapadir Chaudhary and Dev Chaudhary. So we three are partners, and we do a lot of gigs. We do a lot of things in and around the country. And Nikhil supports us in a lot of different ways. He guides us. We have a lot of discussions with him. A lot of new things, concepts are coming. So we would also like to welcome people who wants to do live performances, who wants to be a part of Excloosiv Events, the entire journey, the journey with Nikhil. Help us all to grow, and we should all grow together. I think that's the most important thing. So moving on to the question which relates to it, Nikhil, how important do you think is that we need to create a community in the music fraternity where everybody works together, everybody supports each other? I'm not only talking about singers, musicians and all, I'm also talking about someone like Tulika, who is from the PR industry, someone from the production industry, someone from the food industry, somebody from the health industry, mental health industry, a lot of things, a lot of industries are there. Do you think a community should be made in this industry today so that we can all reach out for each other and help each other to grow in our own endeavors and work together as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of scope for that, and I constantly keep thinking about, like, creating some sort of collective or some sort of model where people can collaborate and create music, and it be a very transparent and easy to understand model. Because we all need each other. With music, we just need each other. We can't be like a solopreneur. We need so many different artists and technicians and things like that. So I think there is definitely scope for some models that can be introduced where it's very transparent. How the songwriting rights, how are they split, and who gets what, and if there's any money, how is that split, and all of that. I think there's a lot of potential for that. And and I mean, thinking about change, the first thing I'd say is, we human beings, for thousands and thousands of years, for millennia, we have not been able to solve the problem of violence and war, and we keep trying, and we've advanced so much technologically, but inside we've not advanced at all. So, the question you have is, how do we collaborate? How do we look out for each other? All of that is first start with ourselves. We have to start with ourselves, and we have to very seriously look at what is it in us that creates the environment for insecurity, for ego, for pride, for self-centeredness, what is it about me that I'm contributing to this world that is not worth contributing? And I have to take that out, right? I am responsible for myself. I can't be responsible for Subhro, Tulika. I'm responsible for myself. And so I need to work on myself. I need to work every day to remove the terror and the horror of whatever my existence is, and remove it. And then maybe I can contribute something that is lasting and good to you guys, right? So it starts with me. It starts with us. So having said that, we can try models and different things, and let's see, maybe something in the new year I come up with, and we can all do something together. Yeah, that's my response.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this, wonderful idea. Probably we'll start working on this. Okay, guys. So you can follow our channel. It's www.exclusive. So it's EXCLSOO SIV. So Devdu Chaudhary has already shared our link, so you can follow our Insta. You'll find a lot of new ideas and a lot of new work of Nikhil that we do. A lot of other people are also there, new artists and all. So before we wrap up, one last song request we have from you. If you can wrap up the entire conversation with a beautiful song, which any song that you like.
Well, Tulika is there, right? She's ready with the ukulele. So we
Oh,
are.
yeah, yes, we can also
Yeah,
listen to Tulika. I know she wants to sing. Please, Tulika, go ahead.
okay, sure. So I was singing to this, I was listening to the song yesterday only, and I kind of prepared it. So I guess you guys will like it.
Please go ahead.
कहीं ना लागे मन कैसा है सुनापन हाँ मुझे तुम बता दो कोई तो बजा दो हर घड़ी इन ख्यालों में आ रहा है कोई हर घड़ी मेरे ख्वाबों में आ रहा है कोई This love तूने न जाना आहा Is this love तू ही बताना आहा Thank you.
That's great.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Really nice.
Such a nice voice she has. Huh?
Yeah.
Very nice voice you have. You should sing more. You get connected with Nikhil, and if you want to learn things, please go to a
For
mentor.
sure. Yes, I.
Amazing.
Nikhil,
Thank
one
you
song
so
from
much.
your end.
Oh, from me as well, huh? That was
Yes.
great. I think let's close with Tulika, and then maybe the others.
For the next session, we'll wait it for the next one.
Yes. Not live. Let's do some live.
Yes. This time we have to go for a lot of. So we are coming up with a live show. We'll start with the live show by the end of November in Bombay also. We keep us so that's what I'm asking. Just be on our website. Check in Insta. We have our Insta page as well. So you will find all the information. We do a lot of shows all around the country in a lot of different venues in Bombay as well. So you'll be updated with the next show when Nikhil is performing, and that's going to be a bang. So please, you guys all are welcome. And thank you again, everyone, to be a part of this wonderful conversation, and especially Nikhil. Thank you so much for taking out your time and being here today, and sharing your thoughts and singing those wonderful songs and making this night a Monday. We have actually done it on a Monday. So you've given us so much of energy and so much of happiness that we can take it for the next of the week or the remaining of the days, and it's going to be amazing.
Tomorrow my office place will be really good and have good vibes from you. So thank you so much for accepting
And
my request,
guys,
and thank you,
also,
Nikhil.
no worries at all. So, Tulika, my name is Subhro. Please share the videos, guys, who all are there, because we want the conversation that we had, the questions, everything what Nikhil sir has said today. Everybody should know, and should reach out to a lot of people who are going through a lot of tough times, who wants to go in the industry, who wants to learn things. Please share. And Abigail, she's another very good friend of mine from Bangalore. She's a very good, rapper as well, and she said hi to you. So Jaspreet Juneja is also there. So Nikhil, you want to bid farewell and say hi or bye to all the other people who are there?
Yes, everyone, thanks for joining, and I know I haven't responded to all your comments, so forgive me. But I am available on DM. I try and respond to everybody.
Yeah.
So if there's
He
anything
does.
you want to say,
I can vouch for that.
Yes, just reach out to me on a DM, and I'll try and respond to you.
I'll definitely reach out to you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Thanks a lot, Tulika, as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you guys soon.
Take care.
In the next. Thank you. Take care, Nikhil. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Great.